Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Spurs Live. Welcome back to a new match preview. This is Tottenham Hotspur versus Bournemouth. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be an interesting one. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. But before we do anything, make sure to drop a like on this video. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. And also, get involved with the poll down there. We've got a poll going on about in today's game, there will be 3+ goals, or will there be less than 3 goals? We want to know your thoughts in the comment section down below. So let's get active, ladies and gentlemen. Go drop a comment down below, drop a like on this video, and subscribe if you're new. And without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Well, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to be talking about can Tottenham Hotspur, or what Tottenham Hotspur need to do in order to beat Bournemouth. Now, it's going to be a tough game. I feel like Bournemouth are going to really be up for the game. It's a type of game that I feel like Tottenham Hotspur, in a way, should beat them. Let's be real, they should beat them. But with all the injuries Tottenham Hotspur have, with players like Romero, Kulusevski, Bissouma missing out, it's not looking good. Currently in the league, Bournemouth sit 12 with a great run of form. They've won the last 4 games out of 5, only drawing once in their last 5 games, which is a really good, a great record for Bournemouth. I mean, if you think about it, Bournemouth, in terms of how much damage it can do to Tottenham Hotspur, I think maybe in terms of on the counter attack, they can do quite a fair amount. Like usual, I don't think they're going to be on the ball too much. Let's just have a look quickly at their last game versus Fulham. And a couple of players to have a look at, more specifically. Solanke, obviously, we need to keep an eye out for him. But I just want to look at the stats very quickly so we can understand really what exactly we're going into. Let me share this for all you viewers at home, all you lovely viewers. How are you all doing? Obviously, make sure you guys get involved with the comments. Here we go. Let's get you all involved. So as you can see, 16 shots for Bournemouth, 4 shots on target. I'm not really looking into that. Obviously, the 16 shots, yes, it shows that they're very active going forward. But let's have a look more at the possession stats. They've got less possession than Fulham, just by a little bit. Their passes are just a little bit less than Fulham's, obviously 100 less. Pass accuracy, pretty much the same, 81, 84. Yeah. 10 fouls each, 0 yellow cards. And then in the league, it's basically Bournemouth 12th, Tottenham 5th. So there is a gap. There is a gap, nevertheless. There is a gap. Now, this is what I'm looking at. The possession stat. Because even with less possession against Fulham, they were able to somewhat get 3 goals past Neto. Not past Neto. What am I even talking about past Neto? Past Leno. So, I think going into the game, we're going to have to focus more or less about getting our wingers into the game. I want Brendan Johnson to get into the game. I'm interested to see Lo Celso in that cam role. I think Lo Celso in that cam role is going to look really juicy. You get me? He's going to look good in that cam role. At times though, I just hope we're not going to lack any quality going forward because of any creativity going forward because of Kulusevski not playing. So yeah, look, lads, get your comments in. I want to know your thoughts. Come on, lads. Come on, let's get the comments flowing through. Yeah. What we saying, lads? What we saying? You know, going into this game, I'm very confident in the way. As you can see by the title, Udogie is back for the game. Tottenham should be winning this game. I'm very confident Tottenham will win this game. For some reason, I just believe that there's no world where we don't win it. I mean, at the end of the day, we are Tottenham, but I just see us beating Bournemouth. At the end of the day, the quality here is what, in my opinion, changes. You know, if I had to give a prediction for my lineup, I'd go Vicario in goal, Udogie, Davis. If it's predicted, it'll be Udogie, Davis, Emerson, Porro. I'd have, I would have, I think maybe, I would say Højbjerg, Sarr, and Lo Celso. And then I'd go Johnson, Richarlison, Son. But if it was, what would I prefer? I personally would prefer Vicario, Udogie, Davis, Phillips, Porro, Højbjerg, Sarr, Lo Celso, Johnson, Richarlison, Son. Look, at the end of the day, it's a solid lineup. It's such a solid lineup. It's a strong lineup. You can't say it's not a strong lineup. It's a pretty solid lineup. But I feel like if you had to find a weakness in here, maybe you'd say that the weakness is probably it is the two centre backs. I'm trying. I was trying to bring a different avenue to this, but it's just the two centre backs as the position here that it's really lacking quality. I think that CDM spot is also it's lacking something. It's really lacking something. Obviously, guys, make sure to subscribe and drop a like on this video. How many likes are we on? How many likes are we on? Oh, lads, come on, we're on 8 likes. Come on, we got 15 of you in here. Come on, drop a like on this video. You know what to do. Do all the good bits. Yeah. So let's just see if we got any Twitter comments, because I also want to be reacting to Twitter comments. You know, that's important to me as well. Where's a Twitter? What's a Twitter saying? Twitterini, what are you saying, Twitter? Or as they say now, X. As they say now, X. No one here is on. We got 41 views on Twitter or X. Good to see everyone in the chat. Well, what do you guys think that the score prediction? What's your score prediction for this game? Do you think Tottenham can actually beat Bournemouth, or do you think we don't have a chance at all? Because there are many people who believe that. There are many people who believe that. Let's have a look. What's the chat saying? What's the chat saying? I think if we had our full lineup, guaranteed we'll be second in the league. If not, what am I talking about? No, I mean Liverpool. No, we'd probably be first or second. Yeah, if we had our full fit 11, something like that. Literally. Did we do a tier list with you guys? Should we do a tier list? Let's do a tier list. Can we do a tier list? Anyone want a tier list? Let's do a tier making. No, we did it. We did it already. So I think in general for today's game, it's gonna be a big one. It's gonna be a big one. It's gonna be a big one. I'm gonna say how many goals in today's match. There we go. All right. How many goals in today's match? I think there's going to be around 4 goals. I really do think that. I believe 4 goals. I don't know why I say 4 goals. I just feel like it's either going to be like a 3-1, a 2-2. No, I don't see it being 2-2. I see it like being 3-1, 4-0. Well, I don't see it being 4-0. I think Solanke's in a brilliant run of form. You know, Solanke is doing well. He's doing bits. It's going to be a good game nevertheless, though. Let's be honest. What other games are there today? Does anyone know what other games are today? It's Arsenal Fulham. Okay, so let's say Arsenal drop points here. Let's say if Arsenal drop points to Fulham, We're gonna be 1 point behind them. Yeah. We're gonna be playing. We're gonna be 1 point behind them right now. That as the table stands, we're actually looking not that bad. We're actually not that bad. We're sitting fourth in the league. We're sitting fifth in the league. Yeah, 6 points off first. It could have been. It's annoying because we could have done so much better. We could have done so much better. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. Like imagine we beat Brighton there. Imagine we just imagine we could have done so much better there. It's just frustrating because at the end of the day, whose news is in the house? Tottenham target Randy Dragosun is interested in a move to Spurs in January. The Genoa defender's agent has confirmed. Mate, I'll tell you what, I'm actually so interested in him now. I'm gonna hold up my hands. At the beginning of the transfer window, I wasn't that interested in him. Right now, I had a deep. I researched him a bit deeper, and I came to a conclusion that he's actually quite decent. He's quite decent in a way in terms of he knows when to go in for a tackle. He knows when not to. I think in terms of aerial duels, he's good as well. So I'm keen. I'm keen. I'll be honest. I'm keen to have him. Been a lot of high scoring games in the Prem lately. Yeah, you got to remember it's also Christmas, New Year's, all the same. So essentially, yeah, we probably have a lot of goals if you think. But what do you think though? Did you answer the poll down there? Who's news? I wonder what you think. Do you think there's gonna be 3+ goals, or do you think there's gonna be less than 3 goals in the game? I think I have a feeling that there's gonna be more goals. It's just a bit weird. But as now we're just looking at the Premier League the Premier League table, and we can see that Liverpool are first, Aston Villa are second. We can close the gap on Aston Villa to 3 points if we beat what's his name? If we beat Bournemouth, which I hope. I have a feeling we will. And then it's really happy days. You get me? After all, after we beat Bournemouth. I'm just checking the head-to-head with Tottenham because Tottenham have won 11 direct matches. Bournemouth won 2 matches. 2 matches ended in a draw. On average, in direct matches, both teams scored a 3.27 goals per match. And that is the reason why I'm saying. That's the reason why I'm saying we're going to be a lot of goals. Dragosun scored a header from a set piece on Friday. I've watched him a few times. He looks decent. Number one. Gary, thank you so much for joining. Appreciate it, mate. Yeah, great to have you in the chat. Good to have you here, and hopefully you're having a great day. Same thing with you, who's news. Hopefully you're both having a great day. Thanks for chatting with us, or chatting with me. I think Dragosun is also what we need in terms of the threat in the box. Right now, it's weird to say, but the only threat we've got is really Ben Davies in terms of set pieces, because Richarlison, yeah, you can add him as well, but that's it. I don't see anyone else as much of a threat. And Ben Davies is not even a tall centre back. Who's used good chance playing an open game. There'll be more than 3 goals. Hopefully they go Spurs' way. I agree. Hopefully they do. And you know what will be even better than Spurs winning today? It's if we can get. I mean, maybe not better, but if we can get around. I think we can get. If we can get like 2 centre backs in a January transfer window, get an attacker, get a central attacking midfielder. Oh, we're done well. But again, it's the same thing. Sorry to say, with the current lineup, yeah, I know what you're gonna say. You know what? You know when you have this feeling that Tottenham are just gonna win. I don't know what. I just have a feeling Tottenham are gonna score 3+ goals today. I don't know why. Now, usually you're right. We've got a guest in there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't realize how long she's been in the back. But I don't know if she's ready to come on. If she can just write me in a private chat if she's ready to come on, then that would be great. And then okay, brilliant. Okay, we've got a debutant, a debut in our stream, and I've never actually. I don't think I've had a stream with her before. It is the one and only Mia. How are you doing, Mia?
I'm not too bad, and it's debutante is how you would probably say it.
Debutant. Thank you so much. I
Debutante.
appreciate
Yeah.
it.
No worries.
How are
Yeah,
you
I thought
doing?
I'd
You
come.
right?
Yeah, we've never spoken online. I've seen you obviously on other streams, so I thought I'd come in and say hi.
Brilliant. Well, hello. Thanks for joining the stream. I appreciate it. I mean, I've watched a couple of your streams beforehand. You're the one on just the Spurs girls, right?
No, I'm on Spurs Between the Lines is my channel, but I do me and
Spurs
Kate
between the
dual
lines.
stream. Yeah.
That's our story. So I'm gonna put your link in the description afterwards. But yeah, what do you think? What do you think about the Tottenham Hotspur versus Bournemouth game? Obviously, I'm pretty confident with the game. You got a couple of people in here who are less confident. What are your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I'm a little nervous. I'm not going to lie. They're in good form, but so were Everton. So we
Yeah,
obviously stopped them from doing being carrying on their good form. So I think it could go either way because I do think they have been really good, and I am a little concerned. But I would hope at home that we'd have enough for them. It's going to be really slippery conditions because it's pouring down with rain. I'm
yeah,
not sure what it's like in North London, but it is windy
yeah,
and wet. So it's going to be one of those games, going to be a slip and slide kind of game, I think, which I don't know
yeah.
if it would really suit us, if that suits us more or them more. But yeah, I think it's going to be tricky. I don't think it's going to be a game where we blow them away, personally, if we win it.
Let's hope the slip and slides are more towards Bournemouth and we don't get any more injuries because we are we
Yeah.
are we are kind of we're kind of filled up. I mean the bench is just warmed up by all the non-available players. I mean, look, you know we're coming to this game with no Romero, no Bissouma, no Kulusevski. In more of a easier way to say it, without a backbone. How do you think we're going to replace these players? Do you think we've got the quality to replace them, or still lacking the quality there?
We still lack the quality. Ben Davies has come in and been all right. He's done a fairly decent-ish job, but having Royale there because obviously Dyer, we don't want Dyer. I don't think
Yeah,
he's going to play the youngsters as much as people were yelling for the youngsters. He says they're ready, but he doesn't play them, which to me says a lot. If he thinks they're ready, then I assume that he would play them, right? But he's not
yeah.
at the moment. So I think that we are really lacking in that department massively. So we definitely need to get someone in. I think we will get someone in quick for that centre back role when it comes to January. But currently, at the moment, I think it is still going to be a Royale and then Ben Davies at the back today.
What do you hope? What do you hope to see? Obviously, you're probably predicting that Andrew's going to play Emerson and Davis. But what do you think? That what would you prefer it to be?
Oh, do you know what? It's a really difficult one for me because I would love to say I would love to put Phillips in and see what
Yeah,
happens, but I also think, do I want to see him in? Because it could go horribly wrong for the boy and that could really
yeah,
knock his confidence. So I'm kind of like half wanting to protect these players and half want them to play. And we obviously will only know if they're good enough if we chuck them in. So that's your problem. But in this moment where we are as a team, I just don't know if that's a great idea because if we struggle, we drop down to say ninth place, people are going to
yeah,
say, why are we ninth? People are going to get upset about it if we do that. So does he risk playing these youngsters and allowing that possibly to happen? But it might not happen, of course. It might not. But there's that
yeah.
risk. And I just don't I think he won't take that risk. So what I would like is probably to see a Phillips because I think he is a centre back. So it'd be better than having a Royale, but I just don't think he's going to do that.
Interesting. I mean, personally, I feel like we should at least see a couple minutes of Phillips, but we got another guest at the back. I'm actually kind of happy with today. We got a bit of guest, and I've actually never had this person on my stream, and I think the viewers out there will be actually really intrigued to hear what he's got to say. As much as we got to hear from me as well. It's nice because you get different perspectives, especially on Spurs Live, where you got different types of people. Matt's a lot older than us, and you got Josh who's in the middle. But Mr. Box Office TV, welcome. How are you doing today, mate?
Big up, Josh, man. I know you asked me a few times to come on, so I just thought, you know what, I'm going to the game, so I ain't gonna be here that long. Big up Mia, by
All
the
good.
way.
Big up,
Yeah.
Alex.
And yeah, just thought I'd just come on just to say well, I'm not really saying because I know what's going on anyway. But yeah, that's it really about this game, and that's it really.
What's happening today? What's happening today? Talk to me. Is Tottenham winning? Is Tottenham losing?
I think Tottenham will lose 2-1. I'll be honest with you.
Oh,
If
okay.
he's played, I've got a really bad feeling he's going to play Dyer. I've got a really bad feeling, and if he does, I just,
Mhm.
you know what I mean. I just, but yeah, you know what I mean. I just, but it is what it is. Um, it is what it is, and that's it really
But
for me.
in a positive way, I want to ask you both this question in a positive way. You're coming to January. We all the time, every single transfer, we say the same thing, but it's a different manager. Oh, Daniel Levy and ENIC have to back this manager. Daniel Levy and ENIC have to back this manager. What? Anyone can answer now. What does Tottenham Hotspur, or who do Tottenham Hotspur need to sign in order for this January transfer window be a success? Who and what positions?
You
Anyone
want to
can
go
go.
first, Mia?
Um, Joe, what a centre back, and I don't really have anything like anybody specific I can say because we've been linked
Yeah.
with so many. Who's realistic? There's so many other things that you've got to factor in, but a centre back is a must. Like
Yeah.
literally, we have to get a centre back. I think what we're going to do is we're going to replace Højbjerg if he leaves and get a winger. We'll only get 3 players in maximum. I think that's the max we're going to get, but possibly 2 if Højbjerg don't go. But we need to get some players out as well because we're going to have to rename our squad. So we have to get some of these players out. Obviously, Lloris is gone. Dyer, they're saying might go. So there is possibilities of players leaving, but we need to get players out because we won't be able to name them in our squad. So we have to get these players gone. So for me, we have to get players gone and then get a centre back in and possibly get somebody to help out in the attack as well.
Interesting. So you're more focusing on releasing players in terms of transferring them out of the club than sort of bring players in, except for that centre back position.
Yeah, I think because now we've got Lloris gone, we can get that centre back in quickly. And then, yeah, I think we're going to have to try and work on getting some of these players gone because I do think that, like I say, we have to rename our squad. So some of them have to go. They do have to go. So I think that's
Interesting.
going to be something that we have to keep in mind.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Alex, what positions do you think we need to strengthen as a team in order to have a successful January transfer window?
I love to get a new striker. I love to get um, I love to get a midfielder. And I definitely love to get a winger. But the main
Mhm.
thing is, I think I totally agree with what Mia says. We need a centre back. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
if we're not going to believe in the future, which is Dorrington and Ashley Phillips, I was told the class of '92, according to somebody on Tottenham on tour. Um, Sorry, he dug his hole when he said that on his show. Um, you know, if we're not going to use them, and we're going to go back to type with Dyer, who for me is absolutely useless, and
Yeah.
Emerson, who, I mean, yeah, I did say I play him centre back because he can defend, he does a job, but Brighton, I'm sorry, I was done,
Mhm.
and I'd rather see a youngster doing it as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, centre back for me, one, two, a winger because I'm sorry, Kulusevski is not a winger. He's not a winger. He's useless
Okay.
as a winger, as attacking midfielder, as a number 8. I could have him, but sorry, no one's telling me that this guy's a winger. Johnson's going to be up and down this season. I accept that. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's a build. I don't care. And Solomon still needs. I still need to be proving that this guy's any use as far as I'm concerned. But again, it's a build, so I'm not fussed either. Son is going to be up and down, but he needs to improve his performances because he's captain. And if you're a world-class player, you got to be performing. You know what I mean? You can't be on the
Yeah.
level of Richarlison one time and then up there another time. That doesn't work for me as a world-class player, so-called world-class player. So yeah, I think winger stroke.
Yeah.
Yeah, winger stroke defender for me.
Yeah, but what do you think in terms of? Okay, this is a slight of a weird question, but just bear with me for a second. Tottenham Hotspur Champions League final. Here's Mia. So Mia, I'm about to bring out this idea. So bear with me for a second. Tottenham Hotspur now. The mentality is always a problem. We've always had a mentality problem. I believe it, at least. The mentality of Tottenham Hotspur, you can't change it. Hence why Ange is getting rid of all the Tottenham players who were previously, at Tottenham, such as Hugo Lloris, a big figure in the dressing room, left. You get the likes of Harry Kane, left. Even though you don't want to get rid of him, you have to get rid of the mentality. Now he's shifting in a new mentality, such as I'm saying they're young, but it's different mentality. James Maddison, Udogie, Vicario, Micky Van De Ven, Cristian Romero. Do you think potentially we've got to somewhat shift Heung-Min Son out soon? Or I'm just putting this out there for a question. Soren, nice to have you on the channel. I appreciate you coming on. Good to have you, and yeah, thank you, mate.
No problem. Good to be here.
So, what are your thoughts, Alex? I'll start with you. You're mute. All good.
I think that's a question I can't really answer at the moment. The only thing I'm
Okay.
saying at the moment, I've said I need to give this a few years because I'm still skeptical, and I've said it already. You know what I mean? The only thing I can judge it on is what's happening on each other match, and
Yeah.
that's it. I think there are question marks whether Postecoglou is going to be here long term. I've said it how many times, and I think there's the disconnect there between him and behind the scenes, because I think he obviously wants to win.
Yeah.
He definitely wants to win. You know what I mean? He's got an idea what to do. You know what I mean? And I do feel that he does get frustrated behind the scenes what is going on. You know what I mean? So I mean, I think it's a difficult thing for me to make that question because I don't know at the moment. I don't know whether I'm making. Am I having feedback? Is it me?
Yeah, a little bit of feedback.
Well, I might have to.
It's all good. But okay. So Soren, just so I can bring you in here, I said Tottenham Hotspur mentality has been a big problem in the last years at Tottenham Hotspur. Hence why we have not won a trophy in God knows how long. Now, in my opinion, I think what Ange has done is superb. None of us have liked the fact that Harry Kane's left, but it's the fact that we need to move on and the mentality needs to be shifted. If we can't shift the mentality, we have to get rid of the mentality. I believe, at least. What do you think in terms of players who are still here, such as I'm going to bring one in particular, Heung-Min Son. Now, he's not been playing unbelievable. He's had a good game here and there. But for some weird reason, it's just my thoughts. I'm thinking maybe in last season at Tottenham Hotspur, maybe coming up to his next season will be his last season. When do you think we need to now maybe shift him, move him on?
Well, big up to Alex and Mia and yourself. Long time since I've seen you two. I think with Sonny, I don't think he's going anywhere.
Okay.
be at the club for another 2 seasons probably. I think the reason is dipped off again is because he's been moved back to the left hand side to make room for Richarlison up the front, up the middle, because as we know he can't play off the left. He's got to play down the centre. So yeah, I just think that the mentality. I don't think Son is the problem. I think it's like Alex has said a few times. You know, it's the others. It's the Dyer. Hugo's gone now.
Yeah.
We've got to get rid of Dyer. We've probably got to get rid of Skippy, which, you know, I do think it's a shame because he is born and bred Tottenham, but he's not good enough. Davis is probably in his last season anyway. Maybe backup third, fourth choice next year. But you know, we've got to get that at least one starting centre back in, and then another probably centre back in summer as well. We've got to have 4 relatively new centre backs, and then probably even look at another back up to a right wing back and get rid of Royale at some point, because look, he's not bad, but he's not good enough. That's the problem. And if we're going to believe in Ange, then we've got to start giving him the team he wants.
Fair
and then
enough.
we probably need another left back as well, really. So, you know, there's a big build to come, but it's not going to all happen over the, you know, until probably next summer, next January as well. Then we can really start looking at what we need to do properly. And if results don't go there, then we've got to look at Ange. But, you know, I mean, we're in 5th place at the moment. If somebody had said at the beginning of the season, 5th place, not far off top 4, we'd all have taken it. We would all have taken it. So there should be no doom and gloom yet. There should be none. The football's been good as well.
Exactly. I think the football's been great. We've been quite decent compared to with how many injuries we've had. I'm just going to bring you on as well. What do you think we got with regards to the to the question I asked the panel here with Heung-Min Son? Do you agree with them in terms of it's not really yet until we need to move him on, maybe a couple of years?
Yeah, I think it's too soon to move Sonny on. I think he'll stay for a season or 2. I think he's got the right mentality. I don't think he is somebody who's got a bad mentality at all. When you look at the way he's been with Tottenham, he's very loyal to the club at the moment. Like, he wants to stay. That's why he signs contracts. Obviously, I think that says a lot that he said when it was come out about somebody wanting him, he's come out and said, no, I'm happy to stay at Spurs. So whilst he's happy to stay at Spurs, I don't think we're going to move him on. But I do think we'll adjust. I think we'll probably adjust the team and have him still in it. And then maybe as he gets older, maybe adjust how much we play him, what we do with him, because obviously age does factor into it. So I'm sure that Postecoglou will find a way while he's here to use him to his optimal amount, because Sonny's not the problem. Basically, he's far from the problem with the mentality. It's been a lot of the other players, I think, personally.
Yeah. Well, right now we've got a couple of breaking news coming out right now from Tottenham Hotspur. I'm going to start off with number 1. It's looking like Bentancur will be in the squad tonight for the game versus Bournemouth. This is what the picture's been posted by Tottenham Hotspur on the Twitter. Don't know what this means exactly, but he looks pretty much like he's ready to warm up for Tottenham Hotspur. I don't want to read too much into it. All it looks like, again, is he looks like all the other players that are in the squad. Now, this is another breaking news, just came out now. According to the... Hang on, let me get this up. Tottenham Hotspur have agreed personal terms with Radu Dragosun. It should be... I'm going to bring up as well. It's going to be a long-term contract. Here it is. according to Fabrizio Romano, Tottenham have agreed personal terms with Radu Dragusin on long-term contract. Negotiations ongoing with Genoa, as revealed 2 days ago. Genoa want 30 million euro fee. Spurs want to spend around 25 mil. Talks progressing. Now, Mr. Box Office Alex, what are your thoughts on Dragusin? Is he your first option in terms of a centre back to come in, and what are your thoughts on him?
I've got no idea who he is. To be honest with you, I've only watched a few videos of him. He looks okay. He looks good
Yeah.
as a defender. Yeah, I mean,
anything particular that you like about him?
he looks like he can defend. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's good that we're getting defender in. Just get him in. I don't care about these personal terms as far as I'm concerned. You know, I mean, I don't even know why we need to know about it. But that's news now these days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, that's how people get their kicks out. You know what I mean? But yeah, cool. Get the deal done. You know what I mean?
Who's your first option in terms of centre back?
I haven't got a first option. I've got to be honest. I've got no first option. I'm just interested in what we're going to do. To be honest with you,
Okay.
I don't really, I don't even know that much about Todibo, to be honest with you. But we have to wait and see. The fact is, they just need to get the deal done, and then we just take it from there. As long as he can compete with Van De Ven and Romero, because what I'm getting fed up of hearing Tottenham fans saying, when Van De Ven's back, when Romero's back, when this player's back, well, that's not a squad. You know what I mean? Like, the player that comes in, like, he plays, then the player that's injured or suspended, they need to fight for their place, not go back into the team. That don't make that's not a squad, But that's how it is.
It's early days, Alex. Rome wasn't built in a day. Like he hasn't got a squad yet. That's what we've got to appreciate right now, right? That's obviously what we're trying to build up to, and then we can judge. Because once he's got a squad, then we can put the full judgment on Ange, because he will have all the tools available.
No, I'm not saying that, but the point I'm making is that the problem I have at the moment is that we keep on saying that we need these players are back, and that shouldn't be the case. You know what I mean? And that's for any other manager. Any other manager, I'm saying,
because he hasn't got the tools yet. You can't blame him. Like, you can't really have a gripe with that when he hasn't had time to build that squad yet. That's what I'm trying to point out. You're trying to make a criticism of something that at the moment we're so early doors. I just don't think we can really criticise on that.
I wasn't looking directing it at Ange, but the point I'm making is that we should, if you have that situation, that's not a squad then. You see what I'm saying? And like the issue is at the moment is that I don't like the fact that players are coming in when they're injured, when they should be fighting for their place. As far as I'm concerned, and regardless whether you need time or not, that's the sort of thing that I don't want to hear about injuries, because everyone's got injuries. You know what I mean? And that's the whole point. So you just got to crack on with it, and it's going to get worse in time because there's going to be loads of games. So
I don't really see how much worse it can get, though. Essentially,
it will get worse next season. It will get worse next season because there's going to be more games next season.
But you're saying it'll get worse. I think this season has probably been one of the worst seasons in terms of injury, because you're talking about around 6-7 players who are crucial to our starting 11. I'm not saying no other teams have been like this. I'm just saying for Tottenham in particular, it's been 5 or 6 players specifically for our starting 11. We had Micky Van De Ven injured, James Maddison injured, Bentancur injured. We had Richarlison injured at the beginning. We keep on getting players injured. It doesn't help.
There's your problem, Josh. There's your problem, because then you're saying that these players are insurmountable in the lineup. So that's the problem. You need people competing, and that's it.
We don't.
And regardless whether you are in the early part of your build or not, right? Players need to step up, right? And clearly, right, this is the thing. This is the problem with Tottenham fans. We've seen Davis playing okay, good, yeah. Oh, we need to give him credit. What's going to happen when Van de Ven comes back? Oh, he goes back into the team. That makes, at the end of the day, that's not how it should work. You know what I mean? And by the way, I'm not just saying that. Yeah, I bet Postecoglou is saying that to him to players right now as well. I bet he's
No,
saying that right now.
I agree
He's
with you with
saying
the
that
fact
right
that
now, and I
players
don't
need
even
to
like the guy,
compete.
and I'm saying the same thing he's saying. You know what I mean?
No, look, there is true.
So
It's
this
true
is
what
the
you're
point
saying
I
in terms
make.
of fighting. It's true what you're saying in terms of fighting.
It's
I agree with that.
this has been a problem for Tottenham for years,
Yeah.
absolute years. You know what I mean? You know, and that's why I said like the defense medical is, and I'm not having a go at Mia because I know why she's saying that. Oh, Ange hasn't had that much time. Yeah, well, time doesn't wait for no man. Like I say again, I think he knows that as well by what he's saying, his words in press conferences. So again, I'm going back and backing him when I don't even like the guy. You know what I mean? So
Fair
it's
enough.
like, it's all there. You know what I mean? Listen, people can have a go. I don't really care because like I said, I know what's going on. You know what I mean? I know what's going on. So it is what it is.
I
You know?
wasn't having a go at you,
No,
Alex,
no, no,
by the
no, no, no,
way.
no, 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 no. I know you're not. I know you're not me. Don't worry about it. You're not having a go. Don't worry, mate. You're not having a go. I know you're not. Don't worry about it. But you're because that's why I said that. I know why you said that. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's fair
I'm
enough.
saying
Everyone's got a
people in
different point of
general,
view.
people in general always have a go at me. To be honest, because I'm so clear on what I know what's going on. I'm fine with it. To be honest with you, but it is what it is.
Well, Mia, what do you think in terms of that those centre back position? We just got the news obviously about Dragusin, coming to Tottenham Hotspur, coming to Tottenham. The personal terms have been agreed. Do you think this is a good deal from Tottenham Hotspur to get the transfer in early? And on a side question as well, do you agree with Alex in terms of they need to be fighting for their space every single week? And
Um,
not that injured players automatically get back into the lineup like happened last season with Hugo Lloris and Fraser Forster.
yeah, I think the thing with Dragusin,
Yeah,
however you
Dragusin,
say
yeah.
it, however you say the name. So I think that is a good deal. He's big, he's strong, he's young. He's obviously got potential. Ange is happy. I'm happy. Ange has come out and said via obviously Fabrizio Romano, he is happy with this signing. So therefore, I'm happy. Everybody wanted somebody in quick. So I think that's then fulfilling everything people want, surely. And it means Ange is happy. He's in quickly. And we do need somebody in that position. I totally get what Alex is saying. When we've got when we've got a fully formatted squad, I think, yeah, of course, players should have to fight for their position. So the midfield position, that is going to be a fight because we've got really packed out midfield, and we need to have the same options, of course, everywhere. We need to have options where people have to be like, oh, am I going to get in today? Of course, it's good. That competitive nature is what sport's about, right? So I don't disagree with him. I just understand that right now he's had one window, so that isn't going to happen right away because the players we have got that are coming in to replace these players when they're injured aren't good enough. So they're not going to have to fight for their place because the person coming in is better. So that's the problem. So of course, once we get a couple more get some more players in, then there will be that fight. Once everybody is fit and we get players, we're going to have a good squad and it can be rotated. Bentancur coming back so quick, mate, I'm happy about that because Bentancur is what we need in that midfield, man. That midfield is missing that je ne sais quoi at the moment, and Bentancur is it. He's such a good player, so I want him to come back. Obviously, not rushed back. I don't think that Ange will rush him, but he definitely needs to be back because that is very important for us coming up with having Bissouma missing and obviously Sarr missing. So Bentancur being back is vital. So I'm really, really pleased about that.
It's good because now there's squad depth, and now this is great because it's gonna lead me on to the next question. Soren, now you heard Alex's point of view, you've heard Mia's point of view. They're both they're kind of agreeing but not agreeing in a way. Now, Soren, do you think now that Bentancur, when he's back, does he go into that lineup? Or do you think he needs to fight for his place to get into the lineup? Because what Alex is saying is that Bentancur, if I'm getting this right, Alex, yeah, you correct me if I'm wrong, is that if Bentancur shouldn't just automatically be straight up in that lineup ahead of Sarr. He should work for that. Am I correct? Right, that's what you're
Yeah.
saying, Alex.
Well,
Yeah.
in theory, yeah, that should work.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think in circumstances, I think if the situation is, he'll go straight back into the team by
Yeah, no.
default,
So
isn't it?
yeah,
But
I'm just
but it
going.
is what it
Based
is.
on what you said. Yeah. So sorry.
Yeah.
Do you agree with players in terms of they need to fight for their spot inside the Tottenham Hotspur team?
Look, I mean, whenever me and Alex are on a stream together, it's very rare we agree, and he's spot on, absolutely spot on today. And we do, as Spurs fans, we're all sat here saying, "Oh, when Micky Van De Ven comes back, is straight into the," and that shouldn't be how it is. It shouldn't be how it is. It should be that, yeah, he's back, but he's got to fight for his place. And it's the same with Bentancur today. I hope he does not start today because he's not match fit. And if he starts today, it just shows exactly what Alex has just said, that we are so desperate for these players to start. And
yeah,
look, he needs to be brought back steady again, like we tried to do last time. I mean, it was just an horrendous tackle on him that put him out again. And he can't, when these players come back, there should not be a single player in that team that just goes straight back into their position as soon as they're back into the squad. They've got to fight for it, and hopefully, in a season or two's time, when Ange has hopefully had time to build the squad that he wants, that's the way it will be. Reality at the moment is that we haven't got enough first team players to be able to just say, no, you're on the bench, mate. I mean, it's a bit, when we look back at last season before, and you go back to the Champions League final, Harry Kane, as soon as he's fit, he's straight back in the team in the Champions League final. That should never have happened. And that's what's happening now, that as soon as these players are fit, we're trying to shoehorn them back into the team. And we shouldn't. I mean, the bigger problem for me at the moment is, why aren't we playing these youngsters? Why ain't Ash Phillips coming in? You cannot, there isn't a single person out there can tell me that Ash Phillips won't do exactly the same job that Royale's doing in centre-back.
Well, I'll tell you one person that can tell you that, Soren, it's clear, which is Ange Postecoglou. Otherwise, he would surely start him.
Then why did we sign him? Ange must have signed up on him to get him in.
Maybe.
No, he's come out and stated he's not having a player come to our team that he isn't signing off on. So
I agree.
So he signed off on him. Well, you can't, if he's not at the level that Royale is, in a position that he should not be playing, then that's the bigger problem for me. And now I agree with you. Ange sees something we don't. But then why have we signed him? Why is he on the bench all the time, but then never comes on?
Why do you let go of Sanchez? And why do you not get a defender in summer? I totally agree with Soren. I've got to be honest.
I suppose the argument we let go of Sanchez was because it was the chance to get a bit of money back, and we couldn't get Dyer out the door. That was the problem. So one player had to go. But I mean, to me, today is the perfect opportunity just to say, well, look, put Ash Phillips in, put Dorrington in, put somebody else in there. Because for argument's sake, if Porro goes down, we've got to then move Royale out to the right. So we're going to have to bring one of them youngsters on. So why not try him? Me and Alex had the big argument after was it Fulham in the Carabao Cup about trying all these new players. Well, we haven't done it since. We haven't tried these new players. So why aren't we doing?
Most of the players, sorry to interrupt you, so from that game, from Fulham, are mostly in the team right now. From the game that was in that Fulham game. So he was justified what he did, by the way. You know what I mean?
I don't want to go back to that one, but
I know what you're saying, but I'm just making the point. You know what I mean? And also, again, I don't like Ange. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying clearly what he's just done there. You know what I mean? Again, another thing as well. If he plays Ashley Phillips and Dorrington, and they do, they mess up, right? At least we can say, you know what, mate? At least you try something new. You know what I mean? At least you try something new.
I mean, the thing is with that, look, if he comes in and has a mistake in him, that he's a young lad, and we're going to expect that. But Royale has a mistake in him. Porro's got a mistake in him at the moment, but we're sitting here saying how great Porro's been playing this season in a new role to him. Well, if they don't get a chance, they can't get them. I mean, I love Cuti Romero. I think he's he is probably our best defender, but he has got a lot of mistakes in him. The tackles, the recklessness, but we're still happy to play him. So why can't we put Ash Phillips in or Dorrington in and give them the chance? What's going to happen? Are we going to play him in the FA Cup instead and then go out of another cup?
That's the problem. That's the problem with what I don't like about. I don't like the fact that we play these youngsters in FA Cups or in cups, because if something doesn't go right, we are out. Now, the way I view Ashley Phillips is I don't think he's amazing. I don't think he's terrible, because I've never seen him. Haven't seen him playing this Ange Postecoglou team. I believe, and I think everyone here can somewhat agree with me, is the fact that if Tottenham Hotspur, have Eric Dyer at a team at Tottenham Hotspur for 10 years, at least 10, they've got him for 10 years, yeah, and he's not done anything in that 10 years. Why don't you play Ashley Phillips? Maybe Ashley Phillips has. But look, Mia's got to go. Alex has got to go. So big up, Alex, Mr. Box Office. Where can everyone find you, mate?
They should know already. Mr. Box Office TV, live and proud. Keep it locked in. Keep your notifications on, and just keep it all locked in. I've just put a video out. The good, the bad, the best, the worst, and the bang average top 5 of the Brighton game. Spoiler alert: talk about a new named Tom Carroll. Was it Tom Carroll of the Tottenham midfield, aka Lo Celso? Yeah, Argentinian Tom Carroll. You know what I mean? And also talking about the below average Emil Heskey, aka Richarlison, as well. So yeah, so if you like that sound of that, and like sound of that entertainment and that analysis, go and subscribe to Mr. Box Office TV, and that's it. And also subscribe to Josh as well, and subscribe to the Between the Lines as well with Mia as well, because you'll get some sensible opinions from her as well. Like I say every single time, and Soren will give it as well. So yeah, big up to everybody.
Do me a favor, Alex. Alex, what's your score prediction though? Come on, man, give us something.
I said 2-1 Bournemouth. I said 2-1 Bournemouth. Because I think we'll miss chances. Because we've got Richarlison up front, and I don't think I'm sorry. I've got no belief in that guy. I'm sorry. I'll take Valise up front all day long right now. But anyway, moving on. But yeah, I'll see you lot later. Take care of yourselves, and I'm out of here. Take care.
Good night, Alex.
Down here. Thanks for coming on, and brilliant stuff. All right, so obviously, guys, link down here for Alex's YouTube channel. We're going to get everyone's YouTube channels up here very soon. If you have not yet subscribed to the Spurs Live, drop a subscribe, drop a like on this video, and yeah. All right, we got Ellie in the chat, by the way. Big up, Ellie. Hey, Josh can't make it today. Seriously, over COVID, so I hope you are feeling better. Hope you feel better. Thanks for the support. Big up to Mia, Alex, and Soren. Yes. I've got to say, this panel's actually quite nice today. I've got to say, different point of views. Mia, now I want to kind of close this live stream. So going back to the Bournemouth versus Tottenham Hotspur match, can you tell me something you're looking forward to in the game? Any particular moment? If you're interested in seeing someone play?
I think really I've made it clear from what I just said is that if Bentancur can come on and have some minutes, I would be very, very happy. I would love to see him back on that pitch because, man, he's such a good player. And of course, at points when we were playing against Brighton, we do play some lovely football. I just want to see more of that because we didn't do enough of that against Brighton until the end. So I just want us to play the nice football that we can play, that I've seen us play. So for me, I hope to see that, and I really do hope to see a bit of Bentancur back because that would make me extremely happy.
Brilliant. And so, and what are you looking forward to most in the game, or are you not looking forward to anything? I don't know, maybe.
I'm a little bit opposite to Mia on this one. I don't want to see Bentancur play because I think if we see Bentancur play, it probably means we're struggling. So to me, I'd rather see him just sit on the bench for the whole match. We're going to win. Richie's going to score again. I've got a bit more belief than Alex has got in Richie. I think there's still a player in there. We just need to get the ball to him. I see us winning 3-1, even 3-0. But I just want to see the Spurs that have played this season. The last match was we were terrible. There was just no belief in there until it was 4-0, basically. So I want to see the team that's been playing. Well, not the team, but the style of play that we've been playing. Kind of want to see the belief. You know, when we played Chelsea and we were already getting thrashed, and then all of a sudden, we started to play with 9 men. That's the team. A bit of belief in ourselves. And look, like I say, Bentancur stays on the bench for me today, which means we're doing all right. But I do get what Mia's saying, but I'd rather see him on the bench because then I think that means we're playing all right.
So, sorry, Mia, what was your score prediction?
Sorry, hold on 2 secs.
All good. Well, I mean, I'm gonna quickly say what I'm looking forward to the game. And it's actually got nothing to do with the game. I'm actually quite looking forward to saying thank you to Hugo for all the time he's been at Tottenham Hotspur. I mean, as you guys can probably tell, I'm much younger than the panel that was here, including Alex. So the majority of time I was Tottenham Hotspur fan, Hugo was captain. He's been a big part of me supporting Tottenham Hotspur. And whenever you look in goal, it was Brad Friedel, but it was Hugo Lloris. You get me? It's always been Hugo Lloris. So what the hell? Bentancur is starting for Tottenham Hotspur versus Bournemouth.
Right.
Bloody hell! Wow. All right. We are struggling, aren't we, Son? Oh wow! The lineups are out. Wow. Okay. Vicario, Pedro Porro, Royale, Davis, Udogie, Bentancur, Sarr, Lo Celso, Johnson, Richarlison, and Sonny. Wow. All right. Well. Interesting. Sorry, I really want to get your thoughts on this now. I'll be honest.
Well, it tells us Højbjerg's definitely going.
Yeah.
I am gobsmacked Bentancur is starting. I really am. That can only tell us that Højbjerg's basically gone. So yeah, I mean, I'm really sad that Royale's starting again because if we're gonna go down, did you say Kugu was playing?
No.
Oh no, he's suspended, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll bring up the lineup for you here.
Yeah, no, he's suspended, isn't it? Because he got a yellow card. So yeah, I was thinking,
exactly.
Damn, that's a big shot that he's been dropped, but no, he's suspended. That's probably why Bentancur has started then. I'm more sad about the back four that Royale's starting instead of one of the youngsters. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't kind of surprise me. He's gone. I just hope Bentancur is fit enough to play because that means he's probably got to play until we're comfortable. Because, yeah, it's well.
Sorry, guys, I have to jump off, but thank you for having me, Josh.
All good. Mia, big up to yourself. I'll put your link in the description, yeah?
Yeah, no worries. Thank you very much.
Right,
see you later, Soren. Bye.
All right.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's what it is.
Yeah. I mean, I think all you got to say is clearly, there's no reason why he would put someone who's slightly injured in that starting 11 if he doesn't believe in him. But I think we're going to end the live stream here. Soren, I appreciate you coming on, obviously. Debut on this channel. Hopefully we can see many more on this channel. Where do you have a YouTube channel? Do you have somewhere where all the people can find you at?
I do have a YouTube channel, but it's nothing to do with football. It's to do with whiskey, and it's not.
Check it out. Even better. Come on, lads.
I don't really keep it going, so there's not a lot on there. I mean, if you're into whiskey, then I think it's under OCD whiskey.
We'll get it up.
So it's one of those, but it's just interviews all the time. So it's not kept up. I just jump on these streams whenever I see a link in the WhatsApp chat. So
Brilliant stuff. Fair enough. Fair enough. So we're going with a 3-0 win from Soren. I'm gonna go with a 3-1. And without further ado, yeah, big up to everyone who's in the chat. Thank you so much for all the people who join us in the chat. Thank you all so much for the support and love you've been giving us. Drop a like on this video, comment, share, subscribe. Help us get to 20k on Instagram. And yeah, thanks a lot. We will see you in the next video. Come on, you Spurs. Come on.